What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. And in today's topic, we are going to be talking on how surprisingly Russia is trying to agitate people to go to the voting stations and vote for their future president. Not like we already know who the Russian president will be, right? Today, we're going to be talking about the upcoming elections. We all obviously know who is going to win the elections, but nevertheless, if you guys have no idea what is happening in the Russian presidential elections right now, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about that. So, starting in 800 BC. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not doing that, all right? Now, let's get to the serious part of this video. First of all, we're obviously going to be talking about the opposition that has been completely wiped out from the lists, and there's only a few people on the presidential candidate list, but let's start from the easy part. So we got Dunsova, who was the first opposition candidate of this presidential race that wanted to come in and make a change. Now, you might be wondering, what sort of a change did she want to do? Well, her slogan was, "We'll bring back the country's future." That was her campaign slogan, and I really actually like the slogan because it's great to bring back the country's future. Bring it back from where it is right now. She explained her intention of becoming a president because she said that Russia has been moving in the wrong direction for the past 10 years. Can I agree with her? Of course, it has been moving back. Even looking at my UAZ video, you could see how our technologies have been absolutely amazing for the past 10 years, or should I say 50 years? I mean, like, the car was made in 1971, but anyways, we're not going to be talking about the car we've been producing for decades without changing much. We're talking about the presidential stuff and the agitation of actually going to vote. And we got to realize who we're going to be voting for. So that is an explanation of what do we choose, where do we go, and who do we vote for. Dunsova's plan on her presidential campaign was to end the war in Ukraine, initiate democratic reforms, releasing political prisoners like Alexei Navalny. Unfortunately, Dunsova ran out of time, and as you guys know, Alexei Navalny has passed away, and but there are still a lot of political prisoners in Russia, like Sergei Furgal, who was actually a governor of Khabarovsk region in Russia, and he was a very popular governor, and he got so popular that somebody from the top, I don't know where that top is, but somebody didn't like the fact that he got so much appraisal, not only from the region of Khabarovsk, but also from all around Russia. Everybody would have loved to see him as a president because he really started changing his region for the good. But it seems like if you try doing something good, you get whacked or put in prison. That's the reality right now. Obviously, she wanted to restore relations with all of the countries, like European countries, the United States, support the minorities and the LGBTQ community in Russia. So that was her plan on her presidential campaign, which sounds like a very, very good presidential campaign, if you ask me. If she was on the list, I would definitely give her my signature. But unfortunately, she is not. You might be wondering why. It's because on 23rd of December, 2023, the Central Election Commission blocked her for running her presidential campaign because of rejection of her nomination documents. because the commission said that she has about 100 misprints in her documents. How unfortunate. Seems like all the other candidates on the list right now are so geniusly in that they know how to make no mistakes whatsoever. But if somebody is in the opposition part, somehow they're so stupid. First of all, because, look at me. I'm in the opposition, right? I make mistakes. I don't know. That's how they see it. That's how they see the opposition, right? They think that the opposition is stupid, they're supported by the West, and they have some wrong values. That's how they see them. Obviously, the government did not allow her to join the presidential race because she actually had a lot of support from citizens of Russia. That is why the commission just added 1 billion mistakes to her, so she's not allowed to be in the presidential race. So whoever is going to be next can finish or start doing whatever they're doing. And that is God knows what. We still have no idea what the plan is and what they're doing and what the heck is going on and when is it going to stop. Anyways, I'm rambling off. We need to get back to the video. Now, the second big opponent to the current government was Boris Nadezhdin. On 27th of May 2023, called for electing a new government in order to stop the war in Ukraine and build relations with Europe. Wow, that sounds like an enemy of the state to me. Building relations with the West? What are they thinking, right? This is what a lot of people actually think in Russia, if you didn't know. They're like, that guy's a traitor. Why does he want to build relations with the West? Obviously, there's going to be people that are actually have some brain cells and they understand that those two people that I've mentioned, if they were in the presidential campaign, even with faking the results, they would even win. You know what I mean? So he was also against the war. He wanted to build a bright, great future of the country. And you guys saw in my previous videos why he was not let into the presidential race. It's because they said he had 90,000 faulty signatures, whereas Putin only had 90. What a coincidence. Boris Nadezhdin's team obviously said that all the signatures were right. It's just the actual commission did not type them in correctly, and that is why it didn't show up as actually being a real human. Now that we don't have any opposition candidates whatsoever left in the race, who do we have left? You might be asking yourselves. They're going to make some sort of an election theater, so they need to show some people who are looking to be a president, pretending to be wanting a president. I don't know. You decide for yourself, guys. Now, what candidates do we actually have? Do we have to mention Putin? I mean, obviously, he is the candidate. He is the future president once. I mean, the president now, and then when we see the election, we'll see who the president will be. I don't even know what's the point of making those elections in the first place. Just go like, hello, it's me, I'm president once again. Why bother? I guess it is just to show all of the people that are watching the state television, reading the state media, so that they would believe that we in Russia have fair elections. Nikolai Haritonov is one of the candidates of the Communist Party. Now, I'm actually amazed to see something like this in 2024, having a Communist Party, but all right. A lot of countries might have a Communist Party. But what really scares me is his presidential campaign. Now, let's check out his presidential campaign video and try your best not to laugh your asses off.
Сегодня на лондонской бирже нефть подорожала на 3%.
Таргетирование инфляции как никогда помощник.
Доллар,
Российской экономики.
газ, нефть, алмазы.
Мы эту болтовню выключим навсегда.
Рынок сам все отрегулирует.
Николай, ты куда?
Куда? На работу, в Кремль. Вот так. Поиграли в капитализм и хватит.
So this guy wants to return communists back to Russia. He says that we've played enough of capitalism and now it is time to return back the communist regime. Because this guy seems like, I mean, you can straight away see by looking at him, he's a commie. Second of all, I mean, come on. Who in the world wants to be living in a commie country? Come on, they put a flag, a Soviet flag, over the Russian one in that video. It is just unbelievable. This is legit presidential campaign. This is not a meme. This is not fake. This is the reality of what is going on in the presidential campaign right now in Russia. We obviously know that this guy is not going to win the presidential campaign. I hope so anyways, because, oh my God, I don't even know. Communism, and then we got Putin, and we got a communist now. So we got an ex-communist, because he was a communist, and, you know, as they say, you can never be an ex-communist. So we got two communists right now, right here. So none of them are better, and I would not leave my signature for neither of them. But we must have more opponents. Let's see. Who else do we have in the presidential campaign of 2024 in Russia? The next candidate we got is Leonid Slutsky. All right. Be careful in the comments, all right? Be careful. He's another candidate for the presidential race in Russia, and he is from the Liberal and Democratic Party of Russia. He's also the leader of the party after Zhirinovsky has passed away. And Zhirinovsky was basically the creator of this party. And his presidential campaign is basically, Zhirinovsky has passed away, but his ways have not. You know, so he's basically saying he's continuing his idea inside of the party. So that is why he should get elected. The funny thing is that there's nothing liberal or democratic about this party, just the name. That's the only liberal and democratic party, is literally the name. That's all. That's all about democracy and liberalism in that flippin' party. And the last candidate, we have Vladislav Davankov. He is from the New People's Party, and his presidential campaign is basically saying to stop the war, but to keep the territories already acquired. That's basically his presidential campaign. Not much said. Basically, that's it. They could be saying something on state television, but I basically gave you an idea of what each candidate actually represents right now. What is very interesting to me is that those campaigns don't even look like something worthwhile. And what I mean by that is it looks all like a big screenplay, because all those candidates, they know already they're not gonna win. They're not gonna be presidents. So they're just kind of playing along, but you could see that they have no charisma whatsoever, because they're just all playing along. It's not like when you have a proper opposition party going on, when they have people signing, you have all sorts of rallies where you have people, you talk to them. None of that here, because it's all fake, in my opinion anyways, and I'm pretty sure in your opinion, and in somebody else's opinions, and somebody else's opinion. I'm pretty sure that's what people think, not just me, inside of Russia right now. Now, let's check out what the Communist Party is doing to agitate people to actually go and vote. This is just unbelievable. So, I would say that viewer discretion is advised. I mean, I'm just gonna say one thing. You guys try to be sane while watching this and try not to laugh too much, but this is just, I don't even know, like, what sort of stuff do they take to make videos like this? It's on the official Communist Party YouTube channel. I literally stole it from them, and I'm gonna show it to you because they're definitely taking something hard, and I don't know where.
Зеля, включи музыку.
Ваш социальный рейтинг повышен. Не забудьте послушать гимн еще и перед сном. Вышла радуга вмиг над страной, 102 гендера, одна любовь. И даем землю голубизною. Натуралы не для мужиков.
Доброе утро, любимая. Мама, папа! Барак, тише. Тише.
Самый свежий в школе, самый свежий в школе,
Сколько раз мы тебе говорили, что мы не мама и папа, родитель один и родитель два.
Барак, если соседи услышат эти плохие слова, то они вызовут патруль толерантности и нас всех отправят на курсы гендерной гармонии.
Пойми, наконец, Барак, что мы чудом доказали на радужном трибунале, что мы не хотели тебя. И ты у нас получился случайно.
Мы же моя мама и папа.
Барак, ты уже совсем взрослый и должен понимать, что у нас в стране нельзя никого называть мама или папа. Нас за это строго наказывают. Давай скорее, а то и так уже опаздываем. У Барака сегодня первое занятие по гендерной грамотности. Ты, кстати, все уроки выучил?
Да.
А ну-ка, назови мне 102 типа гендера.
Скоро их будет вообще 103.
Давай, скорее, скорее, скорее.
Слава радуги.
Слава геям. Ты готов?
Готов.
А, Коля, и ты тут. Я тебя в парике не сразу узнал.
Я сказал, изверг, не называть меня так.
А как же мне тебя называть? Ты же Николай Михайлович. А я есть тот самый Михаил. Папаша твой. Мало я тебя порол.
В честь Великой Радужной революции мы освободим наше сообщество от сексиста и гендерного экстремиста.
Давай короче, без бабской болтовни.
С помощью этого электрофалоса мы проникнем ему в сердце и остановим его током.
Что ж вы, пидоры, не можете голову, что ли, отрубить? Все вам надо в жопу.
Ники, начинай.
Ну, Николай, будь мужиком, делай свое дело. Хотя настоящие мужики так не делают.
Я сказал тебе не называть меня.
Все-таки ты мужик, Коля!
Сука, гейская! Оглянись, отец. Мужиков давно не осталось.
А я тебе говорил. Еще в марте 24-го года. Будь мужиком. Иди голосуй.
Oh my god, I actually have no words what I just witnessed whatsoever. What was that? What the heck was that? This is just, I don't know. This is just crazy. I wonder if by the new Russian laws, could this whole Communist Party just get prison straight away? This is how they try to portray the West. This video is basically how they portray how everything looks like in the United States. And if they don't vote, this is how it's gonna look. Like, literally, people in Russia, some people in the regions actually think that in this video represents how life is in Europe and the West right now, where you have the I just don't want to even talk about this. I think I got PTSD from watching this. I got PTSD watching this. Why do I have to watch this? I sometimes feel like this is all a bad dream and that this is not real. But then I wake up every morning and I realize this is not a dream, this is reality. And I realize there's literally no future here for a very, very long time. So what they did is they basically tried to show what would happen in the future if people don't support and vote for the parties that they have installed into the government. The question I really have is that from looking at all those political parties right now in the presidential race, I would not vote for any of them. I would not vote for any of them whatsoever because all of them are just Putin's friends. It's basically the exact same. They don't have any differences. Their agendas are pretty much the same, and they're not going to be changing Russia for the good. They're just going to be dragging it and dragging it and dragging it down for years to come. It saddens me a lot, and I really hope that one day something is really going to change. But unfortunately, right now, I don't see that happening. Now, thank you very much for watching this video. I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment on what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think that this is complete madness? Because I do. Now, see you later, guys, and have a great day.